I'm gonna be honest, and I hope Jimmy is sitting next to me and not getting his feelings hurt.
Just a milk chocolate bar. Compare it to Hershey's, which I know you probably never eat Hershey's because they're terrible.
It is a lot sweeter than what I would like though. 7 out of 10.
Here, I got it. Here. I'm gonna get rid of these.
No, I want the those.
No, you just don't. Trust me. You're a dark chocolate kind of guy.
Kids beat the shit out of each other to get Prime in the UK.
They can't
apparently
keep them
it's
in
like
stock.
yeah,
dude. I was just thinking though, before we got
on.
Oi,
Here, mate, you got some fucking Prime.
Body armor right here is what we're talking about. You guys just lost the UFC. You guys should probably sponsor us.
Are they calling it the? Are they calling it the hydration zones or whatever? Have they been doing it yet?
I don't know what the fuck it is.
I thought Prime had a sponsorship with UFC where they were gonna call like the red corner and the blue corner the Prime hydration zones.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, they did lose it to Logan Paul, which now they can just sponsor us all that extra money. But
life comes at you fast.
Throw that Mamba drink money laying around.
Yeah, that's like the one flavor I never had was the Mamba edition one. I heard
that's the best one.
I probably is. I don't like grape.
Oh, I do.
I don't really like grape Kool-Aid.
So Body Armor made a Kobe Bryant drink?
Yeah, it's like a Mamba grape. I think it's grape, isn't it? It's called
like a Mamba Forever grape drink.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
What a way to memorialize a man with a beverage.
Shoes and a sports drink, dude. That's a better legacy than we'll probably ever have.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
I love Body Armor.
I don't know we do.
It is so good. It's so much better. It's something grape. I'm trying to pull up the goddamn. But
grape.
The Goo Goblin Grape.
Goo Goblin Grape.
Wait, that's our sports drink. We should make a really thick, viscous sports drink and call it Goo Gobblers.
The Goo Goblin Grape.
I prefer the ball. I prefer the ball burp and blueberry, but
all of it, dude.
The blue ballberry.
And it's like it's almost like
kids call it.
Almost like a Jello shot, energy shot. So it's real thick.
You have to tilt. You can't. You literally can't drink it with your head forward. Like you have to tilt your head back a little bit. Yeah. Like it just says tilt your head back and let it burp. You know what I'm saying?
Ball burp and blueberry and Goo Goblin Grape.
The word is out on the street, and the reviews have come back. It just says everybody is saying the same thing. Why is it so thick?
Tilt your head back and gobba some of that ghoul. You know what I'm saying? Dude, we be fucking in there, baby. This shit tastes like this is awful.
We make a flavor called Gaba Gruel, and it tastes like vagina and meat. You're like, dude, this is awful.
Yeah, but I haven't had Prime. I just watched Uncle Chael, the Chael Daddy. He just tried it. He didn't really like it. He said it was too sugary, too sweet. But I don't know. I haven't tried it though. I look at it and like it just looks. It just doesn't look good to me. Like it just doesn't look appetizing to me. So I don't know.
And the packaging is generic as fuck.
It's generic as fuck. And I'm not a big Gatorade person. Like I for years. That's why I'm so into Body Armor, because like for years I was trying to find something that Gatorade just kind of gave me heartburn and just like I don't know, just the
everything gives you heartburn.
I know, dude. Body Armor,
except for Body Armor,
does not. It's got to be that
banana,
that coconut water. Maybe it's the vitamin B6. I don't know.
B6.
It calms your tum tum.
Yeah, I don't know. There's B3, B4, B5, B6, B12. I'm more of a B6 guy, but yeah, it's good shit, and I think that that'd be pretty dope. Let's get a Body Armor spot. PCR does Body Armor. That's what we can do. I'll
not after the Goo Gobbler joke.
They're like, well, you had us up till that fucking till you started spitting ideas, dude. I'll fucking bathe in it. I'll fill up my bathtub in strawberry banana Body Armor. And laying it for 24 hours. Just get us a sponsorship.
Everybody's coming out with the new ways to get rich. It's like, what is it? MrBeast has candy bars, and these guys got drinks.
His mid as fuck candy bars.
Have you had one?
No, but did you see that Keith Lee kid on TikTok?
No.
You know who Keith Lee? Do you guys know who Keith Lee is?
Mm-mm.
He's this really young dude. I guess he used to be like an amateur MMA dude, but
Oh yeah, that guy.
he started
guy.
doing food reviews on TikTok.
That's
and
Kevin Lee's brother.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And he starts doing like really simple food reviews, and they just start blowing up because he's like a super nice, wholesome dude.
I've heard he's like actually blown up some restaurants, like some like with good reviews. Like it's come to the point where like he's really taken the like gotten restaurants out there because of it.
His reviews have like legit changed some lives.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty cool.
MrBeast was like slid into his comment section, was like, review the MrBeast bar, and so he had MrBeast come onto one of his videos and review it right in front of him, and Keithy was like, they're all right, and you could see MrBeast inside being like, no one says no to MrBeast.
Yeah, dude, MrBeast, like, I mean, I guess like here's the thing. So where do we fall on that guy? Because like I want to know.
He's half an autist, so
yeah, like but like in one hand you want to like you want to be like cool, like you got to respect what he's doing, but on the other hand, it's like this guy can't do shit without putting it on camera. Like, does he do anything nice for anybody? Like, is he one of those guys that just as soon as the camera's off, he's like, all right, fuck you, get away from me type thing? Like, I feel like he has to be
enough to know that, yeah, he's a piece of shit, and he just turns on the charm when the cameras are rolling.
Yeah, he just wants, he's doing this for himself, like to make himself feel like this is for gratification,
absolutely.
like for sure. This is not about the people.
He tried so hard to become an influencer. That was his thing. He's like, I want to become an influencer. So if you look at like the history of his channel, he was basically like one of those review girls, or no, reply girls, where someone would have like something to say about a subject that's popular at the time, and just to get into the algorithm, he would make a video being like, yeah, that's fucked up. And that's it.
Right. Yeah. So I kind of like watched a little bit. Yeah, I watched a little bit about him, like, and then I stumbled across this video, and this is why like it kind of made me be like, damn, he might be a piece of shit off camera. And like, I guess obviously anybody that does this type of stuff, you kind of get the idea that like, why are you filming all? There got to be a reason for all of this.
But hole in your soul,
right? But I came across this video where they like drew a fucking red circle in like the sand, and like this guy had to live in it, for 100 days, and the guy like had that brought the house in. Dude, there's this one part where he comes in like day 7, right? And like he tells him on day 1, he's like, don't eat all this food right away, because if you eat all this food by day 60, like this is what you get, So he comes in like day 7, and he's talking to the guy, and he fucking notices the guy dropped a Cheerio on the ground, and he goes, dude, are you really gonna waste that? Like he's obviously like being sarcastic, but it's the fact that he picked up the Cheerio, gave it to the guy, and made the guy eat the Cheerio, because he was like, bro, that's all you're gonna get.
The whole time he's like, dude, this is so fucking hilarious. Like, God,
like you might as well just, we talked about this months ago, you might as well just go make a homeless guy do push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. It's the same goddamn thing. Like, hey, you peasant, like this guy had a whole family. You brought his family in, so he's obviously not. He's not that poor to the point where like that Cheerio, like he better like suck that Cheerio off the ground or he's gonna go hungry. Like, don't treat this guy like a fucking it's like, damn, like if you said him looking down on this guy.
That's like him saying like, yeah, I set you up in this house so that you would have to like garnish every single fucking Cheerio to like, live. It's like, no, that's not what's happening. But my favorite thing about MrBeast and what I thought was fucking hilarious was that he had this. There's a video that's like on YouTube. It's obviously not on his channel, but it's like there was a supermarket where everybody thought that MrBeast was going to show up and buy everybody's groceries, and the place like went nuts, right? And like people are like loading up like 4 carts worth of groceries, and they're like everybody's standing
and
there,
it was everybody that you hoped it would be.
And yeah, dude, it
was like the Leprechaun video.
It's like everybody who like needed those groceries like was there, dude. And so all of a sudden, the lady at the grocery store is like, "MrBeast is not coming today. It's not true. He's not gonna be here. He's not gonna buy out the store." And like, bro, people were like, fuck MrBeast, like motherfucker, like I can't afford this shit. It's like, why did you put it in your cart? Like, You guys are
Yeah.
insane.
People are
it
like
was-
abandoning 3 shopping carts that they loaded up with like ice cream. You're like, motherfucker, put it back. What the fuck is wrong with you?
It just causes havoc. I just like the idea though that he has to like basically. Well, now it's probably sucks. It's probably the worst curse that he has to walk around with security all the time and make sure people aren't like trying to rob him for what seems like he has $1 million in a suitcase everywhere he goes and things like that.
Okay,
It's
so
just like,
I'm glad you brought that up because that has been there's always like a trend on like how celebrities want to like make you try to, you know, there's always a way that they want a reason they want you to feel bad for them. Like, oh my God, like they always try to like reverse psychology things. I have been seeing so many people, and I can't think of it because that's what we do on this show. We can't bring up something, we can't think of it, but like who it was. But I have seen like 3 or 4 people in the last couple of weeks do the whole, you know, I'm jealous of the everyday person that they get to go out in public and not have to deal with this and deal with the scrutiny and the paparazzis and the nonstop. Bro, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, I do not want to hear that. If I remember who it was, I'll mention on social media, one of our social medias. But like, there was a few of those guys who were just like, you know, oh my God, like it's so tough. Like, I'm so jealous that everyday people, you know, get to go outside and go to the grocery store without people mobbing them. It's like, dude, give me the money.
Give me that money. No, but like I remember there's a video of Michael Jackson in the 90s or 80s like buying out a supermarket so he could go grocery shopping and experience like what it was like and stuff like that. Like, that's insane.
I don't far removed from reality.
But he's like the exception because he like was famous his whole life. Like, a lot of people aren't famous their whole life. You know what I mean?
Like, you think about, I mean, who are like the most popular people of the last century? Like, Muhammad Ali did okay. He got to walk around. People obviously loved him, but he still got to do his thing. Clint Eastwood was mayor of like some shitty small town on the coast.
Yeah, but I can understand like Justin Bieber can't go hang out at a sports bar and like not expect like 1 million people to show up in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely like, dude, I get it. Like, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I understand what they're saying. I 100% understand what they're saying. Like, it has got to be awful to not be able to go outside and not be able to do normal things. But like, you fucking signed up for that. Like, you wanted to be that famous,
and you can afford a place to get away.
Yeah, you can afford that. Like, you know what happens when you go back inside, or like when you go like when you're done when you're 15 minutes out in public, like you're gonna go back to your secluded fucking. Like I said, you could get on a jet and go anywhere in the world just to deal with the 15 minutes of anxiety you just had to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, like
the minor inconvenience of having to talk to a normal human being.
Yeah, I had to talk to some peasant humans and I had a mental breakdown. Let's just go to fucking Aruba. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was like Seth Rogen or somebody who was having an interview. And he's like, yeah, it kind of sucks that like, you know, people always kind of want to stop and have a photo with you. He's like, but I'll do it. He's like, but the benefits definitely outweigh the shittiness of it because I can get any table at any restaurant by dropping my fucking name. Like, I could, you know, I have all these bonuses. Like, you go to an award show. You ever seen a gifting suite?
No.
If you go
what is that? See, I'm not in that circle, so
I wish I was. But if you go to like any award show, as soon as you get off the red carpet and before you find your seat, there's an area called the gifting suite, and all it is like Prada and Dolce and Gabbana and fucking car companies and clothing companies and jewelry companies, and they're going, here, take this fucking like $100,000 watch because we just want to see you get photographed wearing it at some point. And so people will leave with just bags and bags and bags of the nicest clothes, the nicest jewelry, vacation trips to exclusive like places, just in hopes that because they're a celebrity, they're going to get caught photographed there or wearing that or whatever the fuck.
That's
and
sweet,
it's advertising.
God.
You just get free shit thrown at you.
And then she had to hold the door for some bitch at a Whole Foods. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fucking
like get fucking real, dude.
Fuck off,
like,
Meryl Streep.
Yeah, dude. Like, get fucking out of here. I don't want to hear it. And Mr. Beast, dude, like, bro, he could make a video of him walking by the camera once and it's getting 100 million. Like the view, like that guy doesn't have to do. I mean, he is so set at this point.
Charisma too.
There was a
Zero
guy
charisma, and he does look a little slow. He does look fucking slow as shit. Like, dude, I would whoop Mr. Beast's ass if I could.
Yeah.
Like if he was in school, I'd have book checked his ass. I'd have treated him like fucking, you know who I'm talking. Oh, pisshead that came
old
from
pisshead.
Yeah, we treat him like Jack knows who I'm talking about.
I sure do.
Old pissy head.
Dude, who's that guy that does the YouTuber boxing? Let's get Nick and Mr. Beast.
Dude, that'd
Nick
be
and Mr.
sick.
Beast. Let's fucking do it. KSI, bro. Talking about KSI, and it'll be body armor versus Prime. We'll do it. Like I'll fucking show up with my body armor jersey on because KSI he owns half that. With it's so fucking weird. Like I'm sure that Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and KSI are all like. It's like this weird. It's the weirdest thing. Like Jake Paul hates KSI. KSI hates Jake Paul, but KSI and
in front of the camera.
Logan Paul are like not beefing, and they own like a company. Dana White and Jake Paul don't like each other, and they always shit talk each other. Like Jake Paul, like constantly, like made a career on just talking about how the UFC doesn't pay people, and then his brothers got Prime slapped across the octagon. It's such a weird fucking rich people, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Like even these people, they don't really like. You guys have got it made. Like when it comes down to even stuff like that, it's like, yeah, we don't really hate each other because in the end, we're all just rich as fuck.
How many videos can you watch of like Dana White gifting like Steve will do it like $1 million car before you just like want to kill yourself?
He just fucking balled out this past weekend with him, and he was like, had a great weekend. He's like, I love this dude. You know, it's like, damn, like these guys are just out here fucking like that guy, the Nelk boy. He gave like 100 grand to or whatever on his birthday. Like, what the fuck is that?
The only Dana White content I can watch is that Fuck It Friday shit. Where he
I
cooks.
watched that where he eats that whatever something every Friday.
I don't give a
but yeah, it's I'll fight Mr. Beast for sure, dude. That'd be tight. And if we win, we get body armor rights. That's the deal here. Is that he has to hook us up through his fucking whatever he does.
Instant access to the Illuminati.
Yeah. We get login credentials. But yeah, dude, we fucking but yeah, I don't know. I don't really know shit about Mr. Beast. I just saw that video of him making that guy live in that fucking circle, and I thought that was crazy. Like he literally made that guy eat a Cheerio off the ground.
God,
and
that's all you need to know.
Yeah, like here, you fucker. I'm surprised he even let him put it in his hand. I wish he had made him eat it out of his hand.
Made him fucking hoover it off the floor.
Yeah, that'd be good shit. All right, so what do we got on the? So what do we got on the docket this week? I'm trying to look at some shit. We got a lot. I guess we can get into, but we're gonna have to, trim a little bit. If you guys haven't noticed, we are once again without our sweet front office. But good news, he is en route back to the United States. He might even be in the United States. I don't know. I think he might be back in the United States.
He fought his way to get back into this country.
Yeah, I mean,
he
basically, he has been on the front lines of Ukraine for like 3 weeks, and he's you don't see him anyway, but he looks a little different. He's a little fucked up. He's not
sleeping at night.
He's not sleeping at night.
He took out a couple of people in the Azov battalion and, got home.
And then he said, I got a podcast to get back to. So they shipped him home. So next week we will have the front office back, and we will have our, just the life of the party, the guy that does all the behind the scenes shit. But other than that, what? Go ahead.
When he's not producing this podcast, he's producing those drone kill videos from Ukraine.
Yeah.
He's just watching drones drop into bunkers with sleeping Russians.
Dude,
worst wormhole to fall into on Reddit.
I thought the Iraq war was like pretty good, like in terms of like the videos and gore and shit you got out of it. This new war, the drone, the guys who are getting grenades dropped on them and then killing themselves, those videos are pretty rad.
Oh, you saw? Oh, it was fucked.
Yeah,
it's the worst. This war is in 1080p. It's fucked.
Yeah, it might even be in 4K at this point.
Settle down, Stuart. Stuart got super stoked about that. He's like, yeah. He's like, fucking love that shit. He's like, I paused the video. Take off my fucking gym shorts.
Dude,
Come on the couch, watch some drone murder.
I like to imagine Stuart's just like watching it like this, just in a salute.
Dude, we should make it to where we start this podcast and the first thing we do is we obviously do the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we fucking
we all
and then we all stand, we find a flag. Well, obviously we all should have a flag, and we have a moment of silence after that, and then I think we roll into the podcast every week.
Dude, we should come up with our own like military drone and send it to Ukraine, hook it up to a Twitch channel. Like people can like donate. If they donate $25, it drops a grenade like wherever it is. And we just like we just got the chat going. Yeah, we just got the chat going crazy. It's just like
Twitch drives Russia back. Yes. Oh, that's fucking awesome.
What does it drop this time? It's like cherries. Okay. Grenades. Yeah. Drop teddy bear. Oh shit.
Dude, that'd be sick.
It's like people can pay money for the drone to just say something really loud over the loudspeaker in Russian. Just be like, "Die, Ruski, die!" Just like, thanks for the $5 tip, Brad. Thanks for that. That really helps the channel.
We're just saying now.
We'll fly by the
here's our 5-minute ad. They said enjoy this fight. Now enjoy this fucking 60-second ad break, and then we fucking hit them with the fucking whatever, because they got to sign up through their Amazon Prime membership or pay us monthly if they want to keep watching our shit ad free. Sure. But that'll all come with the body armor money. But yeah, so how else we doing? How else we doing, fellas? The last week before we get into the real shit, how do we how's our last week's been?
Doing better than Jack.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna make Jack
not very hard.
Not very hard. Yeah, that's not very hard. Yeah, I was gonna say my kitchen. The guy I told earlier said he was coming back before his shift ended to give us news, and he never came back. So he must still be Googling how to fix a dishwasher. Yeah, I don't know why he touched my dishwasher to begin with if he wasn't good with appliances. That's literally what the guy said. He said, "I'm not really that good with appliances. I got to go Google some things."
I was listening to the radio for work, and Soundgarden came on, and I wrote a song parody, a pastiche, if you will, for Jack's about Jack's home buying experience. In the style of Soundgarden, I wrote a song called "Black Mold Gun."
Thanks,
dude. That's sick. You should perform it and upload it to all our socials. I wish you still had a drum set, dude.
Yeah,
you could be one of those guys. You could be one of those guys that's like fucking.
Well, we'll get Jack the talk show, and I'll be his talk show band, his late night band.
You be Questlove.
Yeah, that's right. I've always wanted to be the white Questlove.
Bro, so who do you give the all-time band to? Do you give it to Jimmy Fallon and the Roots, or do you give it to Jimmy Kimmel pre knowing Dickie Barrett was a bigot?
And he had Max Weinberg from the E Street Band.
Who did Kimmel?
Kimmel.
So it was him and Dickie.
Well, I mean, Dickie was the voice of the show. He stood next to him, but I'll count him. So Dickie Barefoot, but yeah, with Max Weinberg's pretty good. But honestly,
I prefer that bald fuck from Letterman.
Paul Schaefer is the shit.
Yeah, Paul
Schaefer's the shit.
But he ain't the Roots cool.
Roots is pretty fucking cool. But
Jack, you guys sit this one out. All right.
We're talking about the culture.
We're talking about the culture, dude. Can we black?
Did you tell me Paul Schaefer isn't culture, dude? Get the fuck out of here.
Paul Schaefer is.
He is the cult. I mean, he is definitely culture. Yeah,
dude.
But like, bro,
look at them glasses.
Questlove. One right hook from Questlove, and Paul Schaefer ceases to exist.
Black Thought fucking punks out Paul Schaefer.
Yeah, Black Thought is. That's what I'm saying, dude. So who do you pick? If you had a gun to your head, you picking fucking Boss Tones, or are you picking the Roots? Like I said, and you have to put all the. Obviously, we're very sad that Dickie Barrett's a fallen soldier at this point. But
I'm a huge Roots fan, but I'm also kind of old school on. God, dude. You know who I liked actually? That piano player that Colbert had up until recently.
Yeah, is Colbert
really
still
good.
doing? He still, I guess he still does the. Was it
Tonight
Leno? Did he take over Leno, or did he take over Letterman?
He took over for Letterman because he's got the Late Show.
Dude, him and Seth Meyers do absolutely nothing for a middle American man like me. Dude, every single one of their shows during like the Trump era was just Trump chumpity Trump Trump Trump. Let's call him Drump. Like it was so hacky shit. I was like, give me some good like fucking shit, like late night shit. Like those guys. Colbert like went from being like a really funny political commentary satirist to being like so shitty of a late night host, in my opinion.
The best thing about his show was John Batiste and his band when he was the band, but now he left the show, and so.
Do you know what he fucks with Conan on as far as like?
Conan's pretty fucking great.
As far as like, nobody did it like nobody mixed humor like that type of because they're like, obviously Letterman,
Craig
and, like,
Ferguson,
yeah, but they always did like that's their job is to like be witty and funny, but like he was almost put like Conan was like it was almost like a joke, it like he's
a writer.
It was the perfect balance. Like
is
a Colbert, you could almost Colbert couldn't do it very well when he got to the late night show, but like you could put Conan anywhere and like he's just got like it's just like this stick that works. You know what I'm saying? Like it just I feel like he's got the perfect balance of like you're kind of getting something from when you listen to him interview people, but like it's so over the top and kind of ridiculous, but it's still good. Like it's still good TV.
I liked Conan because I felt like it was always like comic focused. Like he always would bring on people like Norm Macdonald and Louis C.K. and stuff like that. Like
Bill Burr on Conan's show was the best fucking TV ever.
Yeah,
he would let Bill Burr just some guy like Kimmel and Fallon are like right up there and they're doing their fake laughs and all this shit. And they're right up here. Conan would lay back and just let Burr do his fucking thing.
Dude, Jimmy Fallon makes my skin crawl. I actually cannot stand Jimmy Fallon. Like, and now he's on some fucking news show where like they squirt you with water, like when you sing. There's like it's like a show like if you get it wrong,
forget the lyric or something like that.
Yeah, they like spray you with fucking water or something.
We're out of fucking ideas, aren't we,
bro? What are we? It's so bad.
Masked Singer.
How many? And they're all has to do with the singing. Like what? Okay, this is something I wanted to talk about. I'm so glad my slow brain didn't pick this up or remember this. Right. I was wondering. Speaking, this has to do with these shows. The Voice. So I just saw the commercial for the new Voice. Obviously, fuckhead's leaving at the end of the year. The country artist
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton.
Is Gwen Stefani staying?
What? Gwen Stefani's not even there anymore. I'm pretty sure Kelly Clarkson.
That's how fucking far behind I am.
But here's what I want to know: why is Chance the Rapper a judge on The Voice?
Well, because his career has kind of slowed up a bit.
Well, obviously, but what in the fuck does Chance the Rapper know about singing?
Nothing.
Like I understand Pharrell. Pharrell probably can't. I mean, I don't know. Pharrell might be able to sing. Pharrell was on The Voice for a while too, but Pharrell's also like a fucking genius. Happy. And like, well, and he produces, like he is known for like putting together masterpieces. Talent. He knows talent. He has that thing where he sees fucking colors, you know what I'm saying? And like he sees sounds and all that other like that. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Like Pharrell, he's always talking about how like he can see shit. Well, Chance the Rapper is not that. Okay. He's not Pharrell. And why the fuck are we taking his advice about singing? Like, I don't understand.
Have you ever seen the clip with Chance the Rapper? It's like somebody like takes out all of his raps and it's just the sounds that he makes during like the songs. And it's like
no,
he's like scatting in the background of like every one of his songs. Like so, like what you were saying about him not singing.
He
it's
had
like,
he had a good album, that first album that he put out,
Acid Rap.
But then everything after that was butt cheeks, dude. And like I don't want to hear. And I wasn't even that big on Acid Rap. Like, I mean, I know he's talented. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say it was a bad album because, like, just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's a bad album. But like, a lot of people love it. But everything after that was ass. I know
Isn't
that.
He like the OG backpack rapper?
Kid Cudi was before him. Like, I feel like Acid Rap was just like was almost like without Kid Cudi, I don't know if we have Chance the Rapper. Like, it's just one of these things where like I see him and I'm just like, could you imagine? Like losing Like, can you imagine Chance the Rapper telling you that you can't sing? I'd be like, bro, what the fuck do you know? I'd be like, get up here, Chance. You do it better than I just did.
I'll be honest. The only thing that I ever liked that Chance the Rapper ever did, he hosted SNL a couple years ago, and they did that skit about hockey, and they're like,
yeah.
and he's the black guy doing
black guy in
commentary on hockey,
right.
but he's like, as they say in hockey, let's go do that hockey.
Yeah, like that. Good. He's a funny guy. Like I mean, I'm sure he's I'm sure he's even a great guy on the show. I'm sure he's fucking awesome on the show. But I'm just like, damn. Imagine you have been singing your whole life, and like you get to The Voice, and like imagine like everyone up there presses their little button, and like Chance doesn't, and then he turns around and he has to explain why. And I'm like, dude, there's nothing this guy can do. I mean, he can rap better than me, but there's nothing when it comes to vocals that this guy can do that is even in the realm of what we're doing here. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Yeah,
nobody's ever like, man, I'm a really good singer. When I grow up, I wish I would just want to be just like Chance the Rapper.
They're like, sir, why'd
you get into singing? Why'd you get into singing?
Why'd you get into singing? Yeah, then Chance presses the button. You're like, yeah, you're all I wanted, Chance. You're like, you have no idea. When I was younger, I taught myself how to sing just so when I grew up, maybe I could sing in front of Chance the Rapper, and Chance the Rapper could tell me that I have a spot on his fucking team. You know, and it's like that's never happened, not one goddamn time.
So you're like, I'm gonna cover Scatman now, and Chance the Rapper's like, this shit's fucking spin.
So this is Blake Shelton's last season.
Yeah, and they keep talking about, so like and that's like that's the zinger on all the commercials, right? So there's this one little trailer where he goes, yeah. So there's this one guy, you don't get to see who he says it to, but he's like, if you pick me, he goes, I won't. He goes, if you pick me and join my team, he goes, I'll quit coaching after this season. And everybody goes, ah! You know, everybody's fucking Kelly Clarkson loses her shit. You know, like Kelly Clarkson looking like a bulldog nowadays, looking like my girl Rachel Ray, unfortunately.
Dude, she was so pretty when we saw her in person at Riverport.
Whatever happened to Miss Independent?
Yeah, dude.
I think about that, like when we saw her sound check, and it was just like hair pulled into a ponytail. She was wearing like her like warm up joggers and stuff, and she's just testing, so she's just having fun up there. And I was like, oh my god, am I like falling in love right now? It was so pure, and we were really high.
And then you see her, acting all cute and lost on stage with Steel Panther, and you're like, dude, she might get choo-choo trained after this, but it's going to be a good lesson. And two, like, it was just adorable, cute. It was like, look at drunk Kelly Clarkson up on stage.
Drunk Kelly Clarkson rules.
Dude, that's
fucking Steel Panther, dude.
So it's Blake, Kelly, Chance, and Niall Horan.
Who's that?
He's from One Direction.
Oh, okay.
So don't tell my wife, or I might actually have to start watching this show with her.
Yeah, no shit. Well, like, and don't get me wrong. So Shan's parents love The Voice. I think The Voice is, out of all of these fucking shows that people are singing, that's probably the best one. I mean, like, it's a good show. I mean, like,
is American Idol still a thing?
American Idol is still a thing, but like, I think the Voice has kind of taken that over.
I disagree.
But Mass Singer.
I'm an Idol guy, dude.
You're a purist.
Yeah, dude.
I'm American Idol guy.
I'm all about Star Search, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Ed McMahon, still my fucking boy.
America's Got Talent, dude. That's all.
Name one famous person who's won The Voice. Oh,
that's a good. Chris Stapleton? Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Chris Stapleton.
Hold on.
No.
Famous,
fucking
Voice.
Ruben Studdard.
Yeah, no one's famous that's ever won that show. Nobody. There ain't
Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen.
No, he didn't win it. He was on it.
He was still on it.
Yeah.
Cassidy Pope, whoever the fuck. Morgan Wallen is
the country dude.
He is in this new fucking era of like, it is some of the softest, gayest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, I'm calling out new age country. Your shit sucks. Like, Morgan Wallen sucks. There's this other fuckhead that Theo Von. Yeah, I'm sure you do, Jack. Jack going to the CMT Awards and shit every year now. Jack is a fucking. He's got boots under his bed.
Anyone that plays the CMT Awards and then fucking brings out Billy Strings for credibility.
Who brought out Billy?
Everybody.
Is that the thing
It's like
now?
for credibility, they'll bring out either Billy Strings or like Marcus King.
Bro, back off Billy Strings. Because look, Billy Strings
He's ours.
He's ours. He's a little punk rock kid. And I don't give a fuck when anybody says, look at him. Like,
And I fuck with Marcus King. Marcus King's the shit.
Billy Strings deserves every goddamn thing. I love Billy Strings. That he is.
So you were about to say,
But
Nick, you hate all this new country.
they're all fucking soft. They're all soft as shit. Morgan Wallen is soft as shit. And this but Jack's going to the CMT awards. I know Jack before he gets into bed, he slips his feet into his boots, slips them out of his boots,
click him 3 times, and
kicks him 3 times and gets into bed.
I say a sweet prayer to Johnny Cash and go to bed.
Not thinking about Morgan Wallen, you fucking aren't. And that's the thing. Like, I don't understand. Like, there's this other guy, Hardy, right? Theo Von just interviewed some guy named Hardy. He is like some country fusion, like hip hop.
He does rockabilly. He's like the new Kid Rock, dude.
So he does it all. Like he just released a double album. Fantano gave it like a 2 or a 3. So on the Fantano scale of thing, I think it was like a soft 2. You know what I'm saying? Soft 3. It wasn't a not good, but it was like fucking. We were sniffing. It was a Melon was shitting on it, and dude. It's a double album, so I'm pretty sure it's his. Okay, so Stuart, this is his first album. Double album. I'm pretty sure it's at least his first big album. So like,
and the headlining song on the album is about him finding a girl in the middle of the road, finding out that her husband beat her, going over to their trailer park, pulling out his gun and shooting him in the head, and then smoking a cigarette and waiting for the cops to come. That's literally
Waylon Jennings.
Yeah, he's trying to he's trying to be like this.
Trying to be Chris Christopherson.
You should look up a picture of Hart. Like, not, you don't have to do it now, but like just in your free time, look up Hart. I think he's got 2 different colored eyes. Like he's got like he's got glasses on. We were talking about Point Fest goers last week. He looks like he looks like a Point Fest stagehand. You know the guy who has like the Hardy. It's just Hardy. So just type in Hardy Country, or I guess because I don't know. Maybe he is the first thing that comes up when you type in Hardy, but. I just don't understand.
Like HRDEE. It's named after the restaurant.
It's just Hardee's.
His full name is Hardy. His full name is Hardy Junior Classic.
So like when you go to these things, Jax, like when you went to the CMT Awards, which in all reality, not a bad
This dude set up my telephone in my office today.
Yeah.
But like, are these people
fucking nerd?
I mean, is there any real country there anymore? Is there any real country going on? Like besides, so Billy Strings is obviously there. I guess
Marcus
he would
King.
Marcus King. So besides the aforementioned 2, is there anybody out there? I'll still get down with Zach Brown any day.
They'll do Zach Brown, Chris Stapleton, and
I like Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, and they'll bring out like Brooks and Dunn, who are like older country guys.
You seen Yola? What about Yola? You seen my girl Yola at the CMT Awards?
God,
Yola, shit.
I don't know. I don't even like country like that. But I do
would bring down the house.
But those events are fucking fun though. There's like a dress code, but like there's like tons of like celebrities that aren't like, there's like tons of celebrities that aren't country related, like Peyton Manning, I guess, showed up that one year, and it's like it's an award show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, black people are slowly taking country back, but they don't want it to happen. So like Yola, that band they invented the shit, and like you got
Lil
Yola,
Nas X.
Lil Nas, Lil Nas X.
He tried to take country over.
I mean, Old Town Road was a game changer. Let's be honest here.
Number one song.
I'm trying. What is that fucking? There was that band that the couple, that I sent you, where they're singing fucking.
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember them either because I'm,
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the Darius. What was that?
You're Hootie.
Yeah, you're Hootie. He's like, no, that was the name that we used to use. There's like, where's the Blowfish?
Nobody hears the Blowfish.
That was so fucking good. Hold on, I'm gonna get the name up because it's gonna eat me alive. But there's Yola is one. There's like 3 or 4 just absolute murders right now out, and I'm here we go. Recently added. They are War and Treaty. That's what it is. The Warren Treaty.
Yeah.
They have this new album called Lover's Game, and they're like I think they're either a brother, sister, or a couple, but they fucking got pipes, and they're so sick. They got Sunny War, who had that song. She's kind of getting out there now. She's killing it. But there's some country out there that I've been banging in the last year. But dude, this Morgan Wallen shit, he's like taken over. Like he's kind of replaced who was the big guy for a couple years. He used to come to River Report every year.
Jason Aldean.
Jason Aldean, and then wasn't there another one?
Nick, you and I saw Aldean before he broke.
Before he broke, yeah, we saw him open for Tim McGraw. Remember?
It was Highway to Hazard, Jason Aldean, and Tim McGraw. And I remember seeing this like fat 13-year-old girl cry for Aldean, and I went, oh no, he's the next big thing, isn't he? And then he became the next big fucking thing.
Yeah, I remember that. Miko Marks is the other one. Miko Marks and the Resurrectors is another one that is fucking. They're killing it in country.
Nick, do you think that Luke Combs is pissed? Because I'd be pissed off too if my last name was Combs.
Luke Bryan was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, he's still hosting American Idol.
Is he?
No shit.
Yep, him, Katy Perry, and Lionel Richie.
I'm thinking of Keith Urban. I wonder if Keith Urban still has that same haircut.
I don't know. Keith Urban, dude, you talking about the one where he does like this and it kind of fucking
that dude's
bounces. Yeah. All right. Well, all right, moving on. So what do we got here? Where are we at? We're about 40 minutes. So what do you guys want to get into? We got Jonah Hill being, I mean, we can talk about Jonah bringing Kanye back from the dark side. I do want to talk about, so before we get on here today, off here today, I want to talk about, we have WrestleMania coming up this week. So I do think we should touch on WrestleMania this weekend. But I do, Pat Sajak, did you guys see Pat Sajak put that motherfucker in a chokehold? Did you guys actually see, like, what? Did he have a stroke?
Dude, he put him in a textbook Bob Backlin crossface chicken wing.
Like, there's like, and then did you see, like, he was like, oh, I was just playing along because the guy was like a wrestler or whatever, you know? And he's like,
he's a fan.
Bro, you fucking.
Dude, he looks like the Grinch in that fucking picture.
There's like joking around, and then there's like, he may or may not have been. Look, I mean, he was like, everyone was confused.
He locked it in, dude.
Dude, his face is so fucking maniacal.
That is a face of like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
Oh my god.
He's like, that's 30 years of blue balls because Vanna White won't touch it. That's frustration.
He heard Vanna say, he's kind of cute. He says, fuck no.
Yeah, I got something to fucking say
Dude,
about
he looks
that.
like he looks like he's about to walk up behind him and like snap his neck, like fucking Hitman style.
So apparently he did this because he swept the show puzzles, winning the bonus round, and ultimately
he had a perfect score.
Perfect score. And I guess they're saying, you know, so, and then he says, so when he walked up to him, he said, he looked at the losing contestant and said, just because he's a professional wrestler, you want me to body slam him for you? Because I can do that. so like, I guess
Pat fucking rocks, dude.
Yeah, Pat Sajak is just not fucking playing around. He's
Sajak's
76 years old.
I mean, you remember like last year, he was out for a while. He had heart surgery. He was looking bad for a minute. Look at him.
Well, it says right here, Christian DeAndrea, I don't know who this is. Christian DeAndrea, an NFL writer, says it's important that the world knows 76-year-old Pat Sajak still knows how to put on a cross-faced chicken wing.
Fucking right, dude.
Yes, sir. That's so sick.
Two 80-years that know how to do a crossface.
So
Pat Backlund.
Who do you want? So if Pat Sajak, WrestleMania, who do you want? Who do you want Pat Sajak wrestling at WrestleMania?
Howie Mandel, easy. Fucking Howie Mandel, dude.
That'd be sick.
Howie Mandel. He's wearing like gloves and shit because he's all germophobic and dumb.
Yeah, dude.
He's just in a fucking ET suit.
Oh no, it's got to be someone like a former champ has some validity for Sajak to face.
He might whoop Flair's ass nowadays. You think he beats Flair?
He probably would whoop Flair.
Fucking chokes Flair out with the old chicken wing.
Chokes him out, gives him a couple chops.
Couple fucking woo chops.
One Flair flop.
Dude, they need to bring back. They get Regis Philbin to Undertaker, just like pop up.
He's
Grape.
not been dead this whole time. They've been saving him for a WrestleMania comeback.
Forgot Regis died.
Dude.
You just like
Regis has been in hiding.
Pat
Sajak,
yeah, he's cutting a fucking promo in the middle of the ring, and you just hear the "Who Wants to Be a Millionaire" theme song, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?" And Regis comes back down. He goes, "Is that your final answer, Pat?" And fucking puts him in a goddamn, just fucking gives him the suplex city.
Fucking Al Roker hits him with a steel chair.
Let's fucking go. Fucking threw the coke off the ropes, hit it with a chair.
Yeah,
It's
give him the guillotine.
The old guillotine. Yeah, bro. Pat Sajak seriously putting in textbook grappling moves at age 76 on live television. Well, I guess tape television. Well, do they do that shit live? No, that can't be live, right? Do they ever do does old boy do Wheel of Fortune still?
Bob Barker?
No, he's been dead, right?
Drew
That's
Carey.
Price is
Drew
Right. That's Price
Carey.
is Right.
Yeah, did I say what did I say?
Wheel of Fortune.
Who does Price is Right? Is it still
Drew Carey.
Yeah,
Drew Carey?
I think the funniest thing, I think we may have mentioned this before, but my favorite thing about Drew Carey is that, like, looking back at him, the Drew Carey show from the 90s, like, the whole joke was that he was comically obese, and nowadays he's just like a normal hefty dude that that just like has a little extra.
He looks like
weight.
Kevin James. Like he's like Kevin James size nowadays. I feel like he's like he's that he's like UPS guy, chunky.
Dude,
He's like he delivers your packages chunky.
Kevin James was like the fat guy because like Chris Farley died, and like Kevin
and
James
still landed
like,
Leanne Rhymes,
and he could like legit whoop your ass.
I'm gonna
Kevin
connect.
James.
Yeah,
Is he
Kevin
actually
James
a
is
fighter?
a badass.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
knew he was in that movie. Connect, baby.
I'm gonna connect
Connect
all of our.
4.
I'm gonna connect all of our topics. Here you go. All right. So Drew Carey, Royal Rumble 2001.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
He comes in. Who's in the ring with him? I don't know. The Hardys, and the Hardys eliminate each other, and then Kane comes out. Yeah, I don't know. I could go through that whole WrestleMania, I
remember that. I remember.
Drew Carey is a
tracksuit.
WWE legend. He didn't even get. He eliminated himself. He went over the top turnbuckle, and eliminated himself.
Getting early.
So.
My back is getting tight. Sitting here in traffic on the Queensburg Bridge tonight.
It doesn't take much.
All I wanna
do is
drive my truck and go
bound to you.
Something's like-
Leah Remini.
Yeah, dude, fucking look,
Dude,
dude. King of Queens
um,
is my shit,
Dude, she used
Leah
to
Remini
fucking,
used to be such a smoke show.
bro.
and
She
then
used to be
fucking-
like my mental spank bank. Fucking, she filled it up, dude. Like,
And then
yeah.
and you used to burp the balls. You used to burp your balls to Leanne Rhymes.
I know.
Dude,
who
I'm
used
not
to
even-
burp
yeah,
balls.
no, I'm not kidding.
Fran Drescher.
This is probably too much for our podcast. Even my first wet dream was Leah Remini.
No.
Woke up in a
Oh,
fucking
boy.
puddle of that gabagool, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Little gabagoo
I need-
puddle.
I needed a gobbler to get the.
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it
All
all
the gobble up, all the gabble.
Yeah.
That's fucking hot though. That's
Leah
that was pre Scientology Leanne, right?
I mean, I had no idea.
Or was she
what to-
always Scientology? Like, was she raised in that shit? And then she
No,
ran
that
away.
that was the Rebeases.
But I know, remember Leanne Remini had that show.
Her career was taken off, and like she got like introduced to it by the Rebeases, and she kind of she started getting into it. Like Jason Lee got into it, and
The skateboarder.
the
My name is Earl.
yeah. Jason Lee was a
Damn,
Scientologist, but he's kind of distanced himself from it too. Ethan Suplee is a Scientologist.
Travolta? Do we say that?
Yeah,
That doesn't surprise me though. He's a fucking lizard.
Ethan Suplee.
Tom Cruise, Travolta. There's a lot of cool
none of those people,
Scientologists.
but fucking Jason Lee, like, dude,
Half the
he's
cast
still
of My
he
Name
was-
Is Earl was Scientology.
I just replayed Skate 2 recently,
Yeah.
like in the last 6 months, or Skate 3, one of the whatever
What's his
one.
character's
and
name? The coach.
I forget, but
The skate coach is so good.
but he like the whole time I'm just like, God, I love this guy. And like but I never fucking knew that Jason Lee was a fucking crackhead. 'Cause that's dude, Scientology is crackhead shit. Like that is
True.
like that is you're fucking nuts. Like I
I'm
don't
gonna need a
there's
little
not-
bit more money from you, buddy. Just a little bit more money. It's like having a friend who's addicted to crack.
Yeah, I just don't understand. It's such a it's fucking wacko shit. Anything Tom Cruise is into is wacko shit. Other than
I hate how I want to like Tom Cruise
cockpit.
so bad. I mean, you look at the new Mission Impossible where he's like hanging on the side of the plane. I'm like, dude, that's so cool.
He can suck me though. Did you ever see the new Top Gun?
No, not yet.
Bro, I'll fuck you up. Seriously. I've been telling you to watch this movie since like the day it came out.
What's it on?
You seen it?
Yes, I have.
It's on my mind, Stuart. It's on my fucking mind. That's where it's at.
Okay. It's like Paramount. It's like on Paramount. It's on Paramount Plus or some shit.
Yeah, I think it's out everywhere now, but it is so fucking good. Like I never say
separate the art from the artist.
It's better than the first one. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I will. That is a hill I'll die on. It is better than the first Top Gun. So, it's so good. But I same here. The whole time I'm watching that movie, I like was trying to convince myself not to enjoy it. I'm like, don't enjoy this. Like, don't fucking like this because
this is military propaganda.
He's a psycho. Yeah, straight up.
But then he does.
It is
really
though.
Cool
they spent
shit.
like
he does such cool shit, and maybe it's Scientology. Is Scientology the reason for all of this? Do we need to be? Maybe that's where Jack needs to go. His one guy's in prison. Maybe we need to shift focus.
L. Ron Hubbard.
And we need to get you into Scientology.
Dianetics.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking sick, dude. And we can get you on A&E with Leah Remini. You can tell her about your wet dream. And
that would she's cool. She would be flattered.
I think she would. She'd probably put money into the show.
Wet dream?
I tell her about that. She's like, wow, Scientology must have really taken over your life. But that was years before I joined Scientology. That has nothing to do with it, baby. You're my gal.
Did I tell you we're sponsored by Body Armor? But fucking
Jack was to Leah Remini what Nick was to Fran Drescher.
Talking about my first wet dream.
Not wet dream, but like your prime time chick.
My prime time chick was Hillary Duff, dude. Well, in Lita.
Let's talk older lady.
Older?
Yeah, because you were a big Nanny fan, and me too. But I remember you and I would skip school and watch the Nanny.
Yeah, it's a good
show.
Wait,
are you talking about that bitch with the annoying voice, Nanny? The hot one?
She's fine as hell.
Yeah, she is fine as hell. Yeah, I'm just making sure we're talking about the same person.
Yeah, she is.
She has a Peter Griffin fucking laugh.
Dude, I'd lay down with all the Golden Girls. I'd lay in between all three of them bitches, dude.
If we're talking about overall hot nannies, though, dude, do you ever see that hot bitch in Mrs. Doubtfire? Whew, baby.
The one with the furry forearms,
dude. I liked her better in Jumanji. But yeah, that fucking I just read something today. It was like the other day. It was like Miss Doubtfire. They're like, imagine making Miss Doubtfire today. I think they could still make Miss Doubtfire today.
I think you can make Tootsie now. Tootsie is a great fucking movie.
Yeah, I think you could too. But I saw that somebody was trying to make that.
Could you make Joanna Mann?
You should have never made Joanna Mann.
I don't even think I saw Joanna Mann. The fuck is Joanna Mann?
Joanna Mann is like the guy who joins the WNBA so he can dominate.
Yeah.
Is that a movie he's in?
Yeah, it's like an early 2000s movie for sure. Joanna Mann.
I forgot about that fucking
yeah, that's a fucking classic.
Dude, I did not see that. That's fucking awesome.
Think about like it's like
Joanna Mann, you got a man.
Oh, dude, it's like Medea Duncan. Like it's bad.
Bro.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
A Medea.
I'll have to watch it.
NBA
I'll have to watch it. I am gonna watch it, and we'll talk about it.
No, but, there's only a couple movies that you can say like, oh, you can't. They couldn't make them today. There in one of them. Did you guys ever watch that? Did you guys ever watch that trailer I sent you for that movie? It's called The Man with Two Heads. Or the thing, the thing with two heads. Yeah, that's a movie. That's a movie you definitely couldn't make today.
Yeah, that's a movie straight up
Archie Bunker and racist. Like,
what happens when a racist and a black man get their heads sewn together?
Yeah,
it could have been good, but it wasn't.
No, yeah, get Tarantino on that motherfucker, dude.
Give me he'll rehash that shit.
Especially when the time frame when they did it. If you had gotten the dude who played like Archie Bunker. Or what was the dude from the Honeymooners?
Dude, what if you did Rodney Dangerfield?
Like, we got to do a we got to do.
This guy's giving me no respect.
We got to do a super clip of all of us just going, Like I was thinking about that today. I was like earlier.
Welcome
like,
to the podcast where nobody welcome to the pop culture podcast where nobody can remember a single thing from pop culture.
Fucking
He
thing.
played the fucking Smokey in or the cop in Smokey
Stuart.
the
He's in the
Bandit.
Honeymooners. Stuart. Honeymooners. Smokey the Bandit.
He's a Sagittarius.
Jackie Gleason.
He's sitting down. Jackie Gleason. That's what it was.
Who could forget?
He's sitting down.
If you did that thing with two heads with Jackie Gleason and like Richard Pryor, it'd be an incredible movie.
Yeah, for sure. But then there'd have to be a budget. They made that movie for fucking $4. Like,
oh wait, they were in a movie.
Black Dynamite when they're using the same car crash scene like 4 times.
Yeah. Speaking of Black Dynamite, before we move on, because we're getting up to an hour here, maybe we'll just recap WrestleMania because we get into WrestleMania now. Oops. But Adele, if you watch this show still, what I assume you do, watch Black Dynamite, you piece of shit. I have been asking you for a year to watch Black Dynamite. Jack, tell him to watch Black Dynamite. Guy, I've been trying to tell him that's a hood classic, and he's like, just been putting it off.
You know me, I know my certified hood classics, and that's definitely one.
This is the guy. I mean, Jack is a hood classic, so it's basically
a neighborhood classic.
Jack is a Coupe de Ville, dude. So it's like it's watch the movie. It is life changing. So if you want to talk about low budget movies that will put a little fire into your ass, that's a good one. But the movie The Man with Two Heads fell a little short.
The man with the thing with two heads walked so Black Dynamite could run.
Yeah,
in Pootie Tang.
And Pootie Tang. Pootie Tang was good.
Speaking of really
and Rampage. And I think we talked about Rampage once too. You guys, we won't talk about it now because of recent events that people might think we're fucking psycho and are gonna be put on a list. So we won't talk about the Rampage movie right now. The last thing we need is our whole fucking site to shut down. They're like, damn, dude, they are definitely in the militia.
And that was your pop culture movie corner.
Yeah. But okay, so speaking of
XL.
Yeah, so before we get into that, we got to touch on since we're talking about getting canceled and people doing crazy shit and just whatever. Kanye West, we had to touch on it because it's so good.
Dude, this shit was so funny.
So good. And before we leave, even if we don't even talk about it, I want to play the clip of that Florida State representative saying I need a dick and hold his cock. Yeah, so Kanye West here though comes out and sends a fucking tweet out. I love the picture that they put up. Did you pick this, or is this the one that's in the article?
It's the one that was in the article.
They use the most unflattering pictures of people.
No, that's the face that you make when you realize that Jews are okay.
Jews are okay. He goes. All right. He goes. DEFCON 9. We'll suspend DEFCON.
Bro, it looks like they put the wire back in, dude.
I was gonna say this looks like he just threw the wire. Kanye.
The return of the wire.
Through the wire. But dude, fucking. So Kanye West decides. Jonah Hill. I mean, Jesus. So what was he watching? So he watched. He said he's no longer an anti-Semite because he watched 21 Jump Street. Yeah, 21. He not even super bad. Like if anything, maybe super bad could take the anti-Semite out of you.
He didn't watch Moneyball. He didn't watch Wolf of Wall Street.
So, but Stuart and I were talking about this, or maybe it was in the group chat when I had said that. But it's like, so if Jonah's character, opened his eyes to Jews mattering and having like them not being the Antichrist, what did Ice Cube's angry black character do for his thoughts on slavery being a choice? Did that teach him anything? Did he learn anything from Ice Cube's angry black man character about his own shit? Because Kanye's been saying so. I mean, basically, he is like the Fox News black guy at this point. Yeah, and
Jonah Hill, was his character even Jewish, or did they even play up the Jewish?
No, that's the thing. There's no mention of him being Jewish at all. I just think that he basically was like, "Damn, this guy's killing it. Damn, Jonah's a Jew."
He's a what?
How awesome would that be if like all around
he's laughing. He's laughing so hard. They're like, "Kanye, can you believe this guy's a Jew?" He's like, "What?" He's a what?
Kanye, I didn't expect you to take to a Jew like that. And he's like,
"Are they all that funny? Are they all that good at acting? Do they all act like that?"
There's a lot of them.
Wait, they don't wish Hellfire Brimstone on the world? No,
Space
Kanye.
Laser.
Dude, what we need to do is have like a showing, like a movie theater, like anybody can attend. Just re-show 21 Jump Street all across the South and cure the neo-Nazi problem, dude.
Or just
everybody comes in.
Only
is
thing
like,
they show in Germany
There's
for like the
something
next
to this
week.
film.
21 Jump Street.
I mean, it's a good movie. It's better than 22 Jump Street. 22 Jump Street was ass.
I liked it.
I mean, it was good. It was good. Like it was like right along too good.
Stupid fun. That's all.
Yeah, it's Ice Cube funny now. But fucking, it's so weird that he's still doing these movies, but now he's like trying to get back into like this hardcore gangster rap shit. So he's like rapping again, and then obviously he's, he did
RV there yet?
and then he's in that new rap Mount Rushmore or whatever, with like Snoop and E40 and I think Too Short. There's like a super group of rappers right now that he's in.
He deserves it. I mean,
yeah,
he
let Ice Cube make that money. Let Ice Cube make that money. We had to tear that motherfucker up. So what the fuck?
As long as he doesn't direct films anymore, because the Players Club suck dick.
Yeah, pretty terrible. And he has the big three. Shouts out to him for the big three, because the big three, I mean, there's a couple basketball players that retired. I think Joe Johnson, I think ISO Joe went and ran shit there, and then he came back. Maybe it was LaMarcus Aldridge may have done that too. I think there's a few players that even went to the big three and then ended up going back into the NBA for like a second, or like just because they thought they still had it. Or I know there's a few guys that played and balled there.
Fucking Delonte West.
God, shout out to dude. All Delonte had to do was not bang LeBron's mom. Like that's all that's literally.
And now you're homeless.
And now he's homeless and he's got schizophrenia and he's
all fucked up.
Sucking dick under bridges and stuff.
I hope
well,
not.
fucking
Poor Delonte West.
They
poor
story of Delonte.
Poor Delonte, dude. Mark Cuban tried to get him out and had him doing work, had him working and stuff, and then I guess
dude, Mark Cuban pulled up to the gas station he was at and was like, "Get in my car, Delonte." He's like, "I don't want to suck your dick." He's like, "No, I'm gonna help you."
He just keeps driving.
He says, "All right, you're lost." He just rolls up the window, throws him a flyer for his medicine website and pulls off. Here, get something for that fucking.
Delonte West walks out in a Shark Tank, and Mark Cuban's just sitting there. He's like, "What's your pitch?" He's like, "I'm looking for an investment of $100. And what service will you do?" "I will suck anyone in this room's dick."
What service? Mouth service.
For crack.
I will blow anyone in this gas station.
It's either Shark Tank or Suck Tank.
He's like, with the right investors, I could be sucking 6 dicks a day.
It's funny you say that. So today, I was asked this. So today, I was asked. The guy goes, "Are you?" And I'm not going to shit all over this guy, but he was like, "You ready for that?" He goes, "Is Britain using like some type of chemical warfare or something right now? Like something that has to do with depleted uranium or something?" So he comes in to me and he's like, "You ready for that chemical warfare?" He's like, "What are you going to do if you get drafted?" I go, "Dude," I'm going to paint my nails pink. I go, and I'm going to fucking make them think that the last place they want me is in a room full of dudes, because I'm going to dry that room out. I was like, you aren't going to, not one of them dudes are going to be ready for war because their balls are going to be empty. And I'm going to make them think that if you put me in a room with these motherfuckers, like we're going to lose this war, because I am going to Olympic ski through this room like a fucking, like the X Games. Eagle. I was like, that's how I get out of the draft. Like,
they're gonna lose all motivation.
The look on this guy's face when because I know this guy, but like even he was kind of like
to live for.
He was like, "What the fuck?" Like he did not expect. It was like 7:41 this morning when he asked me this.
Too early for that
chatter. I was like, "Bro," I was like, "I am going to fucking milk everybody in my draft class." Like that's how I get out of the don't ask, don't tell. Oh, I'm fucking telling everyone. So it's
telling everybody to come by.
Yeah, dude, I'm literally just leaving my bedroom door open. So that's how I get out of the draft.
Nick's on fire like Madonna.
Fucking Material Girl.
My baby's got
was that Madonna? Was Madonna Material Girl?
It's right.
Yeah, she was living in a material world.
All right, so before we get out of here, the last thing we're gonna end the show on the Florida State representative. Like that's the last thing we're gonna play. But before we get out of here, let's touch on WrestleMania. So WrestleMania 39 this weekend. It's a 17-day event like it always is now. So it starts now and it ends next Tuesday. It's a fucking week-long event nowadays because we can't just fit it all into one day.
I hate
but
it.
It's so fucking dumb that we do it for 2 days. Do you have to buy tickets to both days, or is there like a
I bet. I mean, there's probably like a 2-day pass, but you can probably buy individuals too.
Dude, imagine like how pissed off, like if your dad's like, or like your parents come up to you and they're like, all right, you're going to go to 1 day of WrestleMania. I'm like, dude, fuck you, Dad. I don't want to go.
Day one WrestleMania is usually, they'll throw one good match or like two good matches at the end, but then it's usually day two is like the bad.
We got some really big ones. So like this is going to be there's a good match, a very good match. I'm excited about this year. It's, I mean, obviously, like I said, I don't like that I have
card.
So the card, there's a lot. So we can kind of start here. I'm going to send this in the this little chat over here, and we can maybe pull it up if you want. If not, it's the CBS. Here's the match card. We don't have to do. It's nice because they have the predictions and the matches separated, I believe.
Ooh,
but the headliner is Roman and Cody. So and I haven't been watching too much of it, but I've been seeing the promos. And boy, they're cutting it and they're killing it. Like they've really fused I remember the last time we touched on wrestling, we talked about like the code or the bloodline thing was kind of overshadowing this, and now they've kind of brought all that together.
My internet
it's pretty
will
cool.
Probably crash, so let's not push it.
Okay, well, yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, so so we got Roman and Cody. We've got SmackDown Women's Champion. We got Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley, which I love because those are Bianca Belair is probably my favorite women's wrestler right now, but Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, I love both of them so much.
Natty Neidhart.
God, and yeah, I love her too. I mean, obviously, I love anybody from the Hart family, but and I loved a couple years ago when like Ronda was kind of getting into the game and she kind of took her under the wing, and there was that Ronda Natty duo thing that was pretty cool. I think they ended up beefing actually afterwards. I think they might have wrestled.
A little short feud.
But yeah, so Charlotte Rhea, that'll be good. We got Bianca versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship, which will be good.
Yeah.
Let's get some predictions here going. So who do you guys think's win that first one? Roman and Cody, the headliner.
Okay,
it's got to be Cody.
Okay, yeah, so if we're gonna do it that way, let's go down from the bottom then.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I just wanted to hear what you guys' thoughts were on how some of these were.
Yeah, so we'll just do a quick we'll rip through these.
Wow, this is
quick. It's a long one. So we got
Dominic Mysterio versus Ray.
Yeah, Dominic versus Ray.
That's a sick match.
Obviously, I think they're gonna let Ray get this.
Well, I saw because like his whole thing was that he wouldn't hit his kid back.
Right. Did you see him smack the fuck out of him?
I was at a Mexican restaurant with my aunt and uncle, and they had like WWE in Spanish on all the TVs. I was like, oh shit. And it was Dominic and Ray, and then finally Ray just whooped it. I was like, fuck yeah.
Did you see him tell I didn't see it, but I saw the clip afterwards. He told Ray that he wished Eddie was his real dad.
he's kind of doing the Eddie like 1998 mullet.
Yeah, the long hair and it's wet. It's got like dude. He really is. He's got that vintage Eddie thing. Yep. And we had talked about. My buddy Robbie was like, remember last week when you were like, name a bigger Mexican history or moments, Mexican sports history. He was like, I was in the middle of typing Eddie Guerrero beating Brock Lesnar and he goes, but then you guys mentioned it. I'm like, yeah, you fucking know. That's dude. The Mexicans do not play when it comes to Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio. Like those are two guys that have been. It's like Psychosis. Some of them guys that have been doing it forever. La Parca, them boys. So I'm gonna go Ray on this one.
Yeah, I want Ray to win.
Yeah, I want Ray.
All right. So after that,
I mean, the whole angle is gonna be like Dominic gets to beat his dad at WrestleMania. Maybe that was his lifelong dream. Who knows?
It could be. I mean, you never know because like the whole Rhea Ripley thing, they're just fucking everybody up. So, but I think we'll get to that. So after that, we got a special 4-team match, which
so he's not gonna win.
Yeah, so it's the Braun Strowman and Ricochet, the Street Profits, Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders. I love the Viking Raiders. So
yeah, they will not win though.
They will not win.
The Alpha Academy sounds too much like the Spirit Squad to me.
Alpha Academy fucking rules. Chad Gable and Otis.
Yeah, love him.
That's a great fucking.
Oh, those
Chad
guys are
Gable
sick.
deserves so much more than what he's got.
He's like Kurt Angle. Like he is like the guy that like if shit hit the fan, he's probably gonna steamroll like
He's a
80%.
legit badass, and
Yeah,
so is
he's
Otis.
Right. Yeah, Otis is a bad boy.
That's a legit college, like collegiate wrestling champions. Gable and Otis.
Who you going with? I'm gonna go Street Profits in this one.
I want Alpha Academy, but obviously I think it's going to be Strowman and Ricochet.
I love Strowman and Ricochet, so I'd be cool with that.
Ricochet can't talk.
He just can't. Yeah, his mic skills are.
He's a spot
below.
king, though.
He is.
All right. Oh, Ronda. I didn't even know Ronda.
He has some of the best sells I've ever seen in WWE history.
Yeah, well, he is a great talent. I mean, the guy can wrestle his ass off, but it's
he can look like he's getting annihilated on anything.
I miss him on Lucha Underground, where he was Prince Puma. They put a mask on him. He didn't talk, and he just wowed you.
Yeah,
he was the fucking bar.
Yeah, and that's what he needs. He needs somebody that talks for him.
Yeah, he needs a mouthpiece.
All right, so after that we got Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya Shotzi versus
cool.
Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. So real life friends, real life.
Shayna
they go back to
Baszler's
the
cool.
Yeah, Shayna's another one who, if shit broke out, she'd probably beat the fuck out of her and Ronda. Probably clear out a locker room. I mean, they're just two savages, and they're best friends from back in the day. And then Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Shotzi is sick. I'm getting kind of like brought up to speed on Shotzi, and I enjoy her. She's cool.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan's on a pretty big push right now.
That's who I think is going to win this.
I think if they want to give her a title, then yeah, she's on. I see her on shit that's not even like, or like when WWE runs an ad during like an XFL football game or some bullshit. It's always Liv Morgan's in there. So
yeah, and it'll be Chelsea Green or Sonya Deville who takes the pin. I don't think Ronda or Shayna gets pinned in this match. All right, so after that we got. Well, did you pick Stu? Who'd you got in that one? I mean,
I'll take Rousey and Baszler.
I like that. That's my other guess. I mean, I definitely could. I 100% can see that happening. All right. So next we got the Intercontinental Championship. We got Gunther versus Sheamus. Gunther is the champion versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre.
Sadly, we're not getting Sheamus 10 years ago, or else this would be like a 5-star match.
Right. I love Drew McIntyre though, and I love
Gunther.
Yeah, I think Gunther retains in this one.
Gunther is such a good internet. He might be the best Intercontinental Champion in better part of a decade.
Yeah, he's great, and I think he retains in this one. Honestly,
yes.
Gunther, I like Gunther.
All right, so this one, Hell in a Cell. So I just read about this one today. So it's Edge, Finn Balor, but Finn Balor is going to be the Demon, and I don't know if he's lost as the So the Edge told him to bring the Demon. Apparently, he like told him like bring whatever you got, bring the Demon, whatever. So he summoned the Demon. Yeah, Balor's indicated he will enter the match in full Demon persona. So,
it's WrestleMania. You got it.
It's WrestleMania. I think Edge is going to win. So actually, here's the thing. I think Finn Balor is going to win this match. I think Edge is going to come very close to it. It's going to be one of those things where he puts up a great fight, comes close to it, but in the very end, like he just can't get over that hump.
Dude, Edge and Hell in the Cell matches, though, we should be excited. He has one of the most legendary ones of all time. It was him and The Undertaker, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, that shit was fucking wild.
I know, because Edge is such a professional that he will
put him over him. Yeah.
He will put Finn Balor the fuck over. He knows that he's at kind of towards the end of his game.
He literally shouldn't even be wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like he basically, I mean, he should be. I'm glad he is, but like
he got second lease.
He basically in reality shouldn't be. Like he's lucky he's even wrestling. So I'm sure he takes all that into account.
Just watch Edge sell like a motherfucker for this one. He will make Finn look like a rock star.
Yeah, I agree. I do think Finn wins it.
I'm excited for this next one. The Becky Lynch.
I like this one too.
And Trish versus Damage Control. I mean, you have two of my like childhood crushes in Lita and Trish Stratus, and then Becky Lynch too. So, and then Becky Lynch is there as well. But I think this. I mean, I think it's pretty clear that they got to let those three walk out on top. and retire and never come back to the WWE, right?
Well, I was just reading about this too. I was obviously reading about wrestling earlier, and Trish Stratus, they kind of talked to her about this too, you know, because she retired last year at WrestleMania, I'm pretty sure. So they were saying that, and she was basically saying like this was just too good of an opportunity not, you know, to pass up. She gets to fight with Trish Stratus, or she gets to fight with Lita, you know, Becky Lynch, who people basically say like she was saying that like Becky Lynch is the modern day Lita, and she kind of, which we're not going to go there, but you know, it's cool to see Trish and Lita back in there. Becky's a hell of a wrestler, so but Damage Control, there's no way they're going to lose.
I hope we don't see too much of Lita though, because her
she's slowed the fuck down.
She's slowed the fuck down. I hope she'll, you know,
hit a moonsault
and get the fuck out. Trish can still go.
Yes, she can. Yeah. Well, she's like in a CrossFit or something now.
Yeah. She took out the implants, and she's like actually way more athletic than she even was then, and she was good then.
Yeah, she looks super healthy.
And I think sadly, the girl that I'm a big fan of, Io Sky, she's probably gonna be the one to eat the fucking pin though.
I love Io Sky. Damn,
Io Sky is the shit.
She's the one that got the big elbow, right?
No, that was the Macho Man style elbow.
Yeah, who was that?
That was the pirate princess chick.
Fucking, dude, that is the prettiest elbow since
when you kick the heels up and you fucking invert. Oh,
it was so
elbow.
It is so sexy. But yeah, Damage Control's nice. I like
on a side note for this match, another woman of this era, Stacy Keibler, is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Saw that. Well deserved.
Yeah.
Overdue.
I'm surprised
her ass is in the Hall of Fame in my book already.
Not the ass, but the legs.
The legs. She's got legs.
Dude, she had it all.
Carey Sane with the elbow.
Carey Sane, yeah. You remember when she was dating Brad Pitt, George Clooney. Super wild. All right, so United States Championship is up after that. We got Austin Theory versus the fucking greatest patriot in U.S. history, a.k.a. the fucking Death Angel himself, John Cena.
Dude,
Theory making his return. Yeah, obviously Theory is going to win that match.
I really want Cena to win that.
I can't have part-time U.S. champion Cena.
Me neither.
Good point. But Cena also, he lost his last. Oh, I don't know. What do you call the Firefly Funhouse match? Do you consider that a loss? I love that. I thought that
was super sick. I did too.
Yeah, I thought that was the highlight of the COVID WrestleMania for sure. That's the only one I went back and watched like multiple times from that one.
All the different personas of Cena.
Dude, that shit was this is such good shit.
Yeah, I loved that. I thought that was like top tier wrestling writing in my opinion.
Yeah, that was like the first time anything meta has been put on like wrestling in a long time. That was like joking on itself.
No, that's the best thing since when Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy used to have the matches like on their property.
The broken Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're obviously all going Theory on this one, correct?
Yeah, no disrespect to big match, John.
So yeah, we kind of gotta scroll through these a little bit. So we got Rollins. Next, we got Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Logan Paul is fucking. I love. Yeah, this is gonna be a fire match. You know it is. I mean, both the dudes are great in ring. Seth Rollins is great wrestler. Logan Paul is not a big fan of the guy, but I mean, he deserves. He's like Bad Bunny. Yeah, great celebrity wrestler. Great wrestler. I mean, the guy has just got a knack for it. Yeah, I really think he is. So I think he's going to
do a huge spot. He's going to do a huge spot in this match. You know, they're going to have like a WrestleMania moment, which is like why I think I'm excited for that.
It'll be Logan Paul doing Seth Rollins like curb stomp or something.
Doing something cool, yeah.
But I'm
going to go Seth Rollins
because he's the full-time guy. You got to do Seth Rollins.
Agreed.
Right.
I'm going Seth. All right. Next, we got Brock and Omos. I think it's Omos. That's the guy that's I'm trying to think who that is. He's the guy. Oh, that's that big fucking guy, big tall guy. I don't think they're gonna let. Do they fucking let him beat Brock Lesnar? I don't know. The guy's like, I'm looking about now, 7'3", 403 pounds. Yeah, he's fucking huge. I now know who this guy is.
Guys that big just don't move.
I wonder if this match could end in disqualification. I don't know what the rules are on this match, but I could definitely see something like that. So
Bobby Lashley comes in and like
neither guy has to take a pin, kind of thing. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go Brock on that one.
I'm going DQ. I'm going hard DQ as my bet.
All right, so next we got the undisputed tag champions. We got the Usos versus Sammy and Kevin. So I think Sammy and KO get this. I really do. I do. I think I could see why the Usos keep it, but I can definitely see
or DQ.
Roman or something, or one of
more
the
so
blonde
than the Brock almost match. This might have a DQ.
Yeah, I could see that, the blonde one, that third Uso, that one guy coming out, and I definitely can see that.
Nick, the meme I sent you, the text from your dad saying, "Why the fuck are you crying so loud?" And it's Kevin and Sammy reuniting.
Yeah, I wish they would just figure out if they're gonna let them be friends or not. Like it's like every 6 months those dudes return on. It was like the Bailey. What was the chick with the boss? What was her name?
Yeah, I forget. I remember. I know what you're talking about.
Sasha Banks. Like Jesus Christ, when the turn finally came, it was like, my God, we've been waiting on this for a year.
Yeah.
All right, so after that we got Raw. We kind of back where we started. Raw women. We got Bianca versus Asuka. I'm gonna go Bianca. Yeah,
Please,
I think Bianca. See, I like Asuka. Bianca's my favorite, so I think Bianca's gonna.
I like anybody who can whip a bitch with her hair.
Asuka just deserves fucking everything. She's so good.
Well, she's gonna deserve this.
Okay, weeb.
Fucking L that she takes here on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't know when they're wrestling next Wednesday. So SmackDown Women's Championship. We got the Queen, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. I think both champions retain. But if anybody's going to lose, I think Charlotte loses before they have Bianca lose. I think Rhea takes Charlotte's belt. If either belt changes hands, I don't think they do. But I think that if one does lose, I think Ripley is the one that gets it.
Double belt change.
That'd be fucking tight.
That'd be so fucking sweet.
I think it's Ripley, believe it or not.
Fuck off.
Jack, mute this motherfucker, dude.
Come on. That was an easy
That was a good one, dude. Give it to him.
That was an easy dad joke. That was an easy dad joke. Ripley, believe it or not. But bing.
All right, so dude, we got a double fucking title change. I might
double flip. Let's go.
Piss myself. That'd be sick. All right, and then the main event, Roman Cody. You said Cody Stewart earlier.
I want Cody, so I'll say Cody.
I think Cody's gonna win as well.
I want the whole like bloodline. I want the whole family. I want everything to just implode.
They maybe they do lose. So do you think there's a chance? So if the Usos lose their belt, does that mean Roman? Like, do you think there's a chance that they all lose, or do you think that if one wins, the other one loses? Or one, are opposite. Like if they take it from Roman, the Usos keep it. Like, do you have to keep a belt in the bloodline for the story?
I think they all need to lose because they're doing WrestleMania in Philadelphia, and they'll riot if they don't.
Yeah.
They'll get violent in the streets.
I think you can eliminate the bloodline if you keep the Usos the tag team champion.
They throw batteries at Cody Rhodes.
So if you keep the Usos like champions, and then Roman's not the champion, then they're like, then you could cause dissent and be like, he's not our leader anymore. He's not the champ. So
right. That'd be fucking wild.
So I think regardless, you can separate the Usos with it either way. With them losing it all or just losing the tag title.
Have you noticed the names that are missing from this shit? No Miz.
No Miz, yeah.
No Dolph Ziggler.
We're moving on, dude.
No Bobby Lashley.
Which is kind of wild. I think Lashley's still pretty active, isn't he?
Lashley, he was feuding with fucking Brock, and he was feuding with Brock. He was feuding with Brock.
Yeah.
And they still have to have some surprise guys come in too. So
do they not still do the Andre the Giant Memorial Royal Rumble with a bunch of like mid-carders?
I'm not sure. That might actually be. I feel like this has got to be. There's more than this. This has got to be just like the main matches, because there's no way that this is 2 days worth of matches that we just read. I mean, it might be, but I don't know.
They're all lumberjack matches. Go 60 minutes.
Yeah, they're all I quit lumberjack matches.
Iron Man.
Iron Man. I mean, yeah. Well, let's yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for it though. I mean, out of the last couple like 2-day, 3-day fucking events where I can't do anything all weekend because I gotta watch a WrestleMania, and then the pre-show starts at like fucking 9 a.m. You get like 7 hours of a pre-show. Booker T.
Oh, they're doing the Royal Rumble. You want to hear the list?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. We're running through it. Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, Mace, Mansoor, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, Angel, Humberto,
Shelton Benjamin,
Theodonis, Top Dollar, Theodonis.
Oh,
they got Shelton Benjamin in a fucking mid-card Royal Rumble 50 years into his career.
Johnny Gargano is stuck in this shit. Dexter Loomis, Butch, Ridge Holland, Dolph Ziggler, Mustafa Ali, who they were so high on a while ago, Rick Boogs.
Let's go. Elias?
Yeah. LA Knight, I love LA Knight. Elias, Xavier Woods, Bobby Lashley, Karrion Kross, Baron Corbin, Bronson Reed, and Madcap Moss.
Karrion Kross. That's who I'm going.
Is his cousin still in the WWE, or his brother? I mean, Elias wasn't he doing the
alter ego?
Yeah, are they still doing that bit?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while.
Ezekiel.
They should have just never left.
The Ezekiel, Elias and Ezekiel.
Yeah, he was such a great guy. And they even had an album for him and everything. Like it was when he was on the scene. I loved him. He's a terrible wrestler, but loved watching him with the Walk with Elias. What does WWE stand for? Walk with Elias. That shit was so tight. That was up there with my glorious Bobby Roode entrance.
No Johnny Nitro in the WrestleMania either. Shit.
So who do you guys think's gonna win? I got Karrion Kross.
It
was an hour and a half. I mean, people are gonna quit listening to this. 35.
Mustafa Ali. I'll say Mustafa Ali.
That'd be sick. I like Mustafa.
I'm going for the underdog, Shelton Benjamin. Career
I love it.
Revival.
Shelton Benjamin with the big dub. Well, good shit. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely recap this a little bit next week. We'll maybe open the show that I don't know. We'll see what the front office wants to do because it's his goddamn homecoming. So we'll see what he wants to do. Right. We got some shit. I mean, there was a lot to talk about this week. So I know there's some things we missed. There's a lot of sports that happened.
Well, you want the breaking news of the sports world? You want to hit it real quick?
What is
Hall of Fame? News? NBA Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Pau Gasol, Tony Parker, Becky Hammond, and Greg Popovich elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame.
I think I have no problems with any of those.
I love all that. Oh, and I want to give a shout out to, and I was going to bring this up with the Cena thing earlier because she hit the Cena. Caitlin Clark from Iowa, you fucking savage. She just had like a 40-point triple-double to go to the Final Four. I forget who they just beat. She is at one point she scored or assisted on all 25 points for the first quarter. Iowa's 25. Caitlin Clark.
Is that the Louisville girl?
She's from Iowa. No, she plays in Iowa. She fucking hit a basket and hit the "you can't see me," and then some girl was shit talking to her, and she looked at her, and they got this on ESPN today. She looked at her, she goes, "You're down by 15. Shut up!" Like she just told the girl, "Shut." But bro, she's like, I think she's the first person ever to have that stat line, like a 40-point triple double. In I mean, she is. It was unbelievable. I got a buddy of mine that we were playing COD and he had to get off because his wife I think she might be an Iowa alum to watch the game. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what a game to get off to watch. I mean, it was a Kobe type performance, just everything hitting, ice in her veins. Just showed up and mama mentality of that shit. So shout out Caitlin Clark in Iowa. So I'm kind of rooting for them now. So.
She's a huge pop culture rehab fan, so
huge pop culture, and that's what I'm saying. Like, she's an alum. She donates.
We have the interview with her. We just haven't put it on the show yet. We're just saying,
we're waiting to see if she wins it all. Yeah. We don't interview losers, but anyway. On that note, I think we've kind of hit it all. We're gonna end the show. We're gonna leave you guys with a Florida State representative talking about it's just a fucking awesome clip, and I just can't. It's just the most Florida State representative thing I've ever seen. But before we do that, this has been episode 41. So thank you guys for tuning in. Last week we hit episode 40. We really appreciate all this support. are not, we're every week we're getting a little bit more. So we appreciate all the support. Make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you follow all of our socials, PCR Pod on TikTok, or PCR Pod on Twitter, Pop Culture Rehab on TikTok, Pop Culture Rehab on Instagram, Pop Culture Rehab on YouTube. Make sure you're hitting the bell so you get notified when we drop. Every Wednesday at 8 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern.
Drop.
What was that? Did you like that?
Drop.
Yeah. So just make sure you're tuning in because and buy our shit. TeePublic. We have a sick ass fucking thing come out. We had the sick ass fucking
Metal tee.
death metal tee. I just wore it again. That shit makes my titties feel great. I mean, it is so soft. Like I didn't want to take it off. Shannon's like, dude, you stink. I'm like, fuck you. That's how
we're coming out with
comfortable it is.
chocolates and sports beverages too. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, and it's called Rhyme, with an R. So, but look out for our partnership with Body Armor. It's coming soon, maybe. But on that note, make sure you guys have a good week. We will see you guys next week. Go Bianca Belair. You guys have a good one. Kisses.
Waves in opposition. Anita Dick is an opponent. Waves in opposition. Holden Hiscock is also an opponent. Waves in opposition.